You've checked your passport 3 times. Your boarding pass is printed. Your carry-on is packed perfectly, or so you think. But here's what nobody tells you. In 2026, TSA agents are pulling aside travelers at record rates, confiscating items you'd never suspect were problematic. We're not talking about obvious contraband here. These are everyday essentials. Things sitting in your bathroom cabinet, your kitchen pantry, maybe even your gym bag right now. And if you love this kind of travel intel that actually saves you time and money at the airport, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the like icon so you never miss our weekly breakdowns of what really happens at airport security. Because today, I'm walking you through 10 surprisingly common items that TSA will absolutely take from you in 2026, including one that's causing major delays for senior travelers every single day. Let's get into it. Number 1. Protein powder and pancake mix. Picture this. You're a health-conscious traveler. You pack your favorite vanilla protein powder in a plastic container, seal it up, and toss it in your carry-on. Seems perfectly logical, right? Here's the problem. TSA doesn't see protein powder the same way you do. In 2026, any powdered substance exceeding 12 ounces, roughly the volume of a standard soda can, immediately triggers enhanced screening protocols. This includes whey protein, pancake mix, flour, baby formula, coffee creamer, electrolyte packets, and powdered green supplements. Why? Modern explosive materials can look remarkably similar to harmless food powders under X-ray technology. When TSA scanners can't identify what's inside that unlabeled container, agents assume the worst-case scenario. Travelers are reporting security holdups lasting 20 to 30 minutes, simply because they packed powdered matcha or meal replacement shakes. One businessman missed his connecting flight because his unmarked collagen powder required 3 separate inspections. The solution is straightforward. Limit each powder container to under 12 ounces. Place powdered items in a separate bin during screening. Be prepared to explain what each powder is, especially if you've transferred it from original packaging. Better yet, pre-portion what you need and label everything clearly. Yes, it's extra work, but it beats missing your flight. Number 2. Smart luggage with non-removable batteries. You invested $400 in that gorgeous smart suitcase with GPS tracking, built-in USB charging, and digital locks. It's basically the Tesla of luggage. Congratulations, you might not be allowed to fly with it. Here's the deal. If your smart luggage contains a lithium-ion battery that cannot be removed without tools, TSA will confiscate the entire bag. This applies at check-in too. Non-removable lithium-ion batteries are completely banned from all checked luggage, period. Why such a strict rule? Fire hazard. When a lithium-ion battery overheats in the pressurized cargo hold, it can trigger a thermal runaway event, an uncontrollable fire. Once your bag is loaded into the plane's belly, there's no way for the crew to access it or prevent disaster. Multiple airlines have reported dangerous incidents involving battery fires in cargo holds, and in 2026, enforcement has only gotten stricter. Even premium brands like Away and Samsonite redesigned product lines to meet these safety standards. If you own a smart bag, check whether the battery can be removed without tools. If you can pop it out with your hands or a simple latch, you're good. Just remove it and pack it in your carry-on before checking the bag. Pro tip: download documentation from the manufacturer proving your battery is removable. Some airlines now require passengers to demonstrate this at check-in. Number 3. Reusable water bottles with hidden compartments. Reusable water bottles are eco-friendly and TSA approved as long as they're empty. That's what everyone knows. But in 2026, security agents are flagging a specific category of bottles most travelers don't realize is problematic. The issue? Hidden compartments. There's a growing market for water bottles with concealed storage spaces designed to hold pills, supplements, or vitamins. TSA agents don't have time to investigate your intentions. If a bottle looks suspicious, it gets confiscated immediately. Some popular mainstream bottle brands come with detachable bottom compartments or double-walled designs featuring storage areas that buyers didn't even know existed. To a trained TSA agent examining thousands of bags daily, Any double-walled base or opaque section looks like a potential hiding spot for contraband. I've heard from travelers who lost $70 insulated bottles because the hollow base structure looked questionable on the scanner. One woman had her bottle confiscated despite explaining it was just extra insulation. The agent couldn't verify that without disassembling it. Your safest bet? Stick with completely transparent, single-compartment bottles with no detachable bases or hidden sections. Clear plastic bottles pass through security without a second glance. And always empty them completely before the checkpoint. Number 4. External laptop batteries. Over 100 watt-hours, this regulation trips up tech professionals constantly. You're traveling with your laptop and an external battery pack to power it during that long flight. Smart thinking. Except if that battery exceeds 100 watt-hours, it's banned without airline approval. Over 160 watt-hours? Banned completely, no exceptions. Don't expect TSA agents to calculate watt-hours on the spot. If the label is unclear, worn off, or missing, your device gets pulled and you'll face a choice. Surrender it or miss your flight. Here's the calculation. Multiply voltage times amp hours to get watt hours. A battery labeled 20 volts and 5 amp hours equals 100 watt hours exactly, right at the limit. Anything above requires advance airline permission, usually obtained by contacting customer service at least 48 hours before departure. These batteries must always travel in carry-on luggage, never checked bags. Most standard laptop batteries fall well under this limit, but high-capacity external batteries marketed to digital nomads and photographers often don't. Check your equipment before you pack. With AI-powered laptops and power-hungry devices becoming standard in 2026, this issue affects more travelers than ever. Number 5. Toys that resemble weapons. You're traveling with your grandchildren and packed their favorite toys. Maybe it's a foam sword, a toy pistol that lights up, or even a collectible action figure with a removable miniature weapon. Harmless, right? Not according to 2026 TSA regulations. The crackdown on weapon-resembling toys has intensified dramatically. This includes plastic swords, toy guns of any color, lightsabers, foam nunchucks, Nerf blasters, and superhero figurines with tiny detachable weapons. TSA's standard is whether an item could cause alarm or confusion. If another passenger glimpses what looks like a weapon, that alone justifies confiscation. Multiple families have reported significant delays because a toy gun was discovered in a child's backpack. Anything that resembles a firearm, even bright neon pink, gets flagged instantly. Agents don't care that you paid $80 for that limited edition collectible. It's going in the disposal bin. The rule applies to costume accessories too. Traveling to a convention. That replica sword won't fly. Literally. Ship costume props separately, or prepare to sacrifice them at security. Number 6. Camping gear and tent stakes. Adventure travel continues to boom in 2026. You've planned an incredible hiking trip and carefully packed your lightweight tent, titanium tent stakes, and expensive collapsible camping stove. Seems reasonable for outdoor recreation. But TSA views many camping items differently. Tent stakes are flagged as potential weapons due to their pointed metal construction. Fuel canisters are absolutely banned, no exceptions, regardless of size. Even certain stove components trigger scrutiny because of sharp edges or multi-tool features. One outdoor enthusiast had a $300 ultralight titanium stove confiscated because a small adapter piece was deemed to have weaponizable edges. The hard truth: if camping gear is valuable, ship it to your destination via UPS or FedEx. Alternatively, purchase inexpensive versions locally, and never attempt to fly with fuel, flammable liquids, or pressurized gas canisters. That's not just a confiscation risk, that's potentially a criminal charge. Want a hassle-free camping trip? Don't camp with your carry-on. Simple as that. Number 7. Certain prescription medications. This is where airport security gets genuinely complicated, affecting older travelers more than any demographic. Certain prescription medications are routinely flagged at both international borders and domestic checkpoints because they're active ingredients appear on controlled substance watch lists. This includes common sleep aids like zolpidem, Ambien, anti-anxiety medications, pain relievers containing codeine, and even some over-the-counter allergy medications. Yes, completely legal medications doctors prescribe every single day. Here's where travelers get into trouble. If TSA discovers these medications in an unlabeled pill organizer or Ziploc bag, they can confiscate them. Worse, you may face additional questioning or temporary detainment while they verify your prescription. Seniors have missed flights entirely because they couldn't immediately prove they had legitimate prescriptions. The solution requires preparation. Always travel with medications in their original prescription bottles with the pharmacy label clearly visible. Bring a printed copy of your prescription. If traveling internationally or carrying anything potentially questionable, bring a letter from your physician explaining your medical need. Declare medications proactively before screening, not after you're being questioned. One pill bottle shouldn't derail your entire vacation, but it absolutely can if you're not prepared. In 2026, with increased focus on controlled substance monitoring, this is more important than ever. Number 8. Electric razors and devices with unclear battery specs. Electric razors, electric toothbrushes, beard trimmers, standard grooming tools millions travel with daily. They're perfectly legal. Until suddenly they're not. In 2026, TSA continues pulling certain personal care devices because of concerns about internal battery types. Some older models or devices manufactured outside the US use non-standard lithium battery configurations that don't meet current TSA standards. Many devices don't clearly display battery specifications anywhere on the exterior. When TSA agents can't immediately verify that a battery meets safety standards, they err on the side of caution. What does that mean? Your razor might get confiscated simply because the label doesn't show watt hours. Your electric toothbrush could trigger a bag search. You could arrive without essential grooming tools or medical devices. Here's the move. If your electronic device doesn't have clear battery specifications visible, consider bringing a backup or purchasing a newer model that meets current standards. Always pack these items in carry-on, never checked luggage, where battery-related confiscations are even more common. Number 9. DIY snacks wrapped in aluminum foil. You made yourself a sandwich for the flight. Smart, economical choice. You wrapped it in aluminum foil to keep it fresh. Big mistake. TSA scanners cannot see through aluminum foil effectively. When agents review X-ray images, foil-wrapped items show up as dense, opaque masses that could conceal anything. Agents are specifically trained to flag any packaging that blocks X-ray visibility. Your burrito wrapped in foil gets flagged. Your homemade sub gets flagged. Even wrapped chocolate bars trigger additional screening. While you won't face penalties for having food, you will waste time while agents manually inspect everything. Travelers have reported missed connections because their packed lunch triggered a full bag search, taking 15 minutes. It's not that your sandwich is prohibited, security just can't see it clearly enough to rule out threats. The fix is simple. Use clear plastic wrap, reusable containers, or parchment paper instead of foil. These materials allow X-ray scanners to see your food clearly, meaning you sail through security without delays. In 2026, with rising airport food prices, more people are packing meals. Make sure you're doing it right. Number 10. Incense, herbal powders, and spiritual items. This catches global travelers off guard constantly, especially those carrying cultural or religious items. In 2026, TSA continues flagging spiritual powders, burning incense, and herbal blends due to concerns about unmarked substances and flammable materials. If a substance has a strong odor, lacks clear labeling, or looks like it could be used recreationally, expect questioning. Some travelers have lost rare sacred items at security simply because screeners weren't familiar with the object or couldn't verify its contents on the spot. If you're traveling with burning sage, religious herbs, ceremonial sand, or ritual powders, pack them carefully with clear labels. Place them in your carry-on where you can explain them if questioned. If possible, declare them proactively before screening. Bring documentation about their religious or cultural significance if traveling internationally. Otherwise, you risk watching something spiritually meaningful get disposed of in a security bin. Bonus: the silent ban on overstuffed bags. You measured your carry-on dimensions. It fits the official requirements. You even weighed it. So why is the gate agent pulling it aside and charging you baggage fees? Here's the secret. Overstuffed bags can be rejected even if they technically meet dimensional requirements. When zippers are bulging or you've attached extra items externally, bags no longer fit in the sizing bins airlines use at boarding gates. Airlines and TSA are aggressively cracking down on bags with expanded zippers, external attachments like jackets or pillows, and dangling accessories. Even if your bag measures correctly on paper, if it fails the physical fit test at the gate, you could face up to $90 in last-minute checked baggage fees. In 2026, with airlines seeking every revenue opportunity, enforcement is stricter than ever. Insider tip: always compress expansion panels, detach external items, and test your bag in a measuring frame at home before you travel. Don't give airlines an excuse to charge you more than your ticket cost. So, which of these surprised you most? Have you ever had something completely normal confiscated by TSA? Drop your story in the comments below. I read every single one, and we feature the best in future videos. And if this breakdown helped you avoid a security nightmare, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We decode airport regulations every single week so they don't ruin your trip. Until next time, fly smart.